I'm Nathan.
And I'm Sammy.
And this is our heart and soul story.
We basically grew up in Danville, California. We basically only went to one church.
Sammy's parents moved to Tennessee probably about a year before we did.
So moving here, it was a big whim of we had zero community because we had no friends, just our family. We were totally just us two and trying to figure out, first thing we always wanted to do was find a church.
So we were in the Scooters drive-thru. And it was funny, the week prior we had gone through and Nathan Woody had taken our order. And so we went through the next week and it happened to be Nathan again. And at that point we were kind of just saying yes to anything. If our neighbors invited us to anything, we were saying yes just to try and like make friends and like build community. There was really no one behind us, so we got to chatting and he asked us if we had a church yet. And we did not at that point, so we said no. And so he invited us to church and we said yes. And then he was like, you guys are married, do you want to come to our married party? And we were like, yeah, for sure.
We were super open to saying yes to everything. And I think without that, we wouldn't have been able to meet Jacob and Kaylee, and from there meet like all of our friends, and then met Caroline and Tyler.
Joining Tyler and Caroline Owens' married party, made really good friends there. And it was just some random, I think Sunday or Wednesday, I was talking to Tyler. I was like, man, I have a buddy who just moved from California. We used to play Frisbee all the time. That would be so fun if we could get that. He was like, oh, I would play Frisbee. I know Pastor Austin plays Frisbee. That first Saturday, I invited my buddy from California. It was so funny that once he got there, it was a lot of the Heart and Soul guys were there. Johnny, Austin, Tyler, some of the other guys as well. But when he got to the field, I was kind of ask him and be like, hey, so some of these guys, we all go to Heart and Soul, would you want to come? And before I could even invite him, he had like 4 invites from all the other people that were playing. And so then I went up and kind of invited him afterwards, and he was like, oh yeah, Johnny invited me, Tyler invited me, Austin invited me, and he actually came the next day, which was really cool. That's been really fun, seeing some people come to church because of that, and that as a way to reach other people that wouldn't be able to reach ordinarily.
I don't have a Frisbee thing, but I feel like for me, it's been being super intentional and digging deeper with the girls that are in our married small group. Just being intentional about like going out for coffee and just getting to know people, I feel like has opened the doors of like even deeper like friendships, where we don't just meet on Wednesdays, we do things on Saturdays and Sundays. I think it's just created such a great community where we're in each other's lives and we know what's going on, and we can like pray for each other, uplift each other, and challenge each other.
It was during actually I Love My City Week, the car wash, when Sammy actually got to meet Caroline Owens, who's like one of her best friends now.
Seeing all of like our friends that have had just the most like open heart to serve, and they serve nonstop on Sundays. They like I Love My City Week, and I feel like that has just encouraged and inspired me that people our age are like loving and willing to serve. Our heart and soul, what it means for us is kind of like home.
Yeah, it's felt a lot like home, and it's felt like a great place like for our community.
As soon as we walked through the doors, we saw Woody, we had people come up to us, and then the next time we came, they remembered us.
Yeah. People actually do want to make connections with you. Not only do we want to greet you at the door and then say hi to you and get you connected, but we actually do want to get to meet you.
We were in that place where we knew nobody. I mean, Woody had invited us, so we knew some person that we were going to go and say hi to.
Yeah, we barely knew one
barely
person.
Knew.
Yeah.
But now when we have new people come into our party, or if we see a new person at church, I think we think back to where we were when we first began, and remembering how loved we felt. And I think like God has placed that on both of our hearts to do that for people that are new, because I don't think there's a better feeling than feeling like you're welcomed and loved. I'm Sammy.
I'm Nathan.
And that was our heart and soul story.